Hi everyone, this is Zoe. I'm back with another edition of the 2023 American Chess Magazine Puzzle Calendar. This is the puzzle for today, January 30th. It was composed by Paul Riedel in 1920. I'll be setting this position up in ChessBase. See you guys there. Hello again, this is the position set up in ChessBase. Like all the puzzles in this series, it is white to move, mate in 2. If you want to try to solve this puzzle for yourself, then go ahead and pause the video here. I'll be sharing my thoughts on how I'm going to solve this puzzle. Alright, so this one is very strange because there aren't that many pieces on board. I mean, like, black's king was kind of trapped already, and black doesn't have many pieces to counter a would-be mate from white. So it does look a little bit risky. The first thing I consider, obviously, black's king is very trapped, right? So as long as I can get a check in with my queen, preferably, then it would be mate. I saved the queen because the rook is, like, kind of busy guarding the king's cutoff squares. So, like, if rook takes h3 check, black would have many squares to run to. Now, the first one I consider is king takes e1, obviously. Just capturing a piece. But I think the reason this doesn't work is because black has d2 check. If white takes, then king f3, and there's definitely no mate in 2. What else could I do? It could very possibly be zugzwang checkmate, just because there are so few pieces on board. Or it could be like some geometry thing. You like bring your queen here and then down here, and it ends up being checkmate or something like that. Let's see, I have a feeling the key square control will probably be d2, because, like, as I mentioned earlier, the rook controls these squares pretty well, but as soon as the queen moves, then d2 becomes like a sore point. Honestly, the best thing to do would be, like, somehow, if I could get a check on this diagonal, but black can always block if, like, you gave a check from this direction, or block with the pawn if you gave a check from the other direction. So it's a bit complicated. So one move I'm considering is queen b4, just because, like, you know, bringing the queen onto the 4th rank with the rook. So I might have, like, some weird checkmate or checkmate or checkmate. How would black respond to this one? So d2 is the most obvious response, just like stopping queen e1. But here white has queen e4 checkmate. If black tries to run with their knight, queen takes, no, that's not checkmate because king f3. But white does have queen f4, which is checkmate. So black cannot move this knight, cannot move this pawn. If the king moves, then rook takes h3 is checkmate. So, and that's the only legal move from the king, so it can't be the king move. So the only piece that can move is this knight. Knight moves here, then queen e4 is, dang it, not checkmate. Does white have anything here then? Oh, I think white has rook e4 because now the queen's guarding d2. If knight g2, I don't have the same resource because black can run to f3. Is there anything else I could do here? Rook takes h3 because the knight can no longer block on f3. And if knight c2, I guess it's the same problem. Rook takes h3 is checkmate. So I think I've analyzed all of black's legal move here. It's a little bit easier because black has so little pieces. I'm going to submit one queen b4 as my final answer. So this is the solution for today. As you can see on tomorrow's calendar, it says yesterday's solution, one queen b4. So this one, even though there are so few pieces, it's deceptively hard because, well, queen b4 is not like the most common everyday move you would expect to see. It's a lot about, as I mentioned earlier, geometry, how the pieces work together, and above all, zugzwang, like all these puzzles. Basically, making sure, exhausting all of black's options until you make sure that every single one of them leads to a checkmate. I hope you guys enjoyed this puzzle as well. As always, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. Yeah, that's all for today. Bye.